After what has been a disastrous week in my team in general, let's look forward to see what we can expect in the last week of season 4 leading into season 5. Look, we're up over the trenches, running across no man's land to season 5. Like, what can await us? I love a good World War One reference. World War One is my favorite war. Is it weird to have a favorite war? Kind of. Yeah, I would say that's kind of weird. Having a favorite, like, bloody conflict is kind of a weird thing, but when you took Addies and went on Wikipedia, things took weird turns, you know what I mean? Anyways, this week's gonna determine a lot for my team, right? It's gonna kind of show us, like, what we can expect leading into season 5. So let's get started. Monday. Now, a lot of this hinges on what happens in the All-Star game this evening, right? We are getting new versions of everybody who won. We got 9 total cards last year, so I don't expect necessarily 9 additional cards this year, but something close. Like, I don't know. Maybe I would think 8 total, and then I would think the lock-in would be the All-Star MVP. So we're gonna get a new Mac McClung. You can hear the feverish excitement from private school white kids everywhere. I don't think you understand. If you thought Tyler Hero did a lot for the mentality of the private school white kid, Mac McClung winning the dunk contest sent them into the stratosphere, dude. I have to imagine this is what it was like when Brent Barry won back in the 90s, but there wasn't Twitter then, and I was like 6, so I don't really remember Brent Barry winning, but I have to assume it was hype times in local Midwest private schools. Mac McClung's gonna get another card. I mean, he's okay. He's an undersized guard. Sure, why not? So be it. It's fine. I don't really have an issue with it. I think it'll be fun. I'm gonna use him just for funs. Uh, Jose Alvarado will also get a new card. I don't really think it's necessarily the worst or best thing in the entire world. I think it's just kind of like cool, I guess. Do I care? Not really. I mean, my Pelican squad needs better cards. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just facts. I need more Pelicans cards. Thankfully, we got Trey Murphy out here, who, by the way, low-key Trey Murphy, he put down in the dunk contest. I just need that to be pointed out. Like, realistically, he did really well. So we're probably going to get Clarkson, Walker Kessler, and Colin Sexton, right? Being that they won, what was it, the skills challenge, I think? Yeah. Because last year we got Garland, Mobley, and Jared Allen. So it's likely we get all 3 of those guys. Now, what gem tier they are, who knows? Clarkson will be pretty solid. Kessler will be a slow big man, but he might be okay. We already got a Sexton, but we'll get an updated Sexton, so cool, whatever, I guess. I don't know, man. It's cool. We'll get an updated Dame as well. Dame will be the highest tier here. I think he might be the only opal, but they might give everyone an opal. So we may get opal Mac McClung, which is hilarious, dude, to think about. And then opal Walker Kessler, Colin Sexton, and Jordan Clarkson. Just listen to the names that I just said. Those guys are getting opals before Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant. That's wild. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad. It's wild. And Greg Ostertag, need I remind you. And Harold Miner. No Harold Miner, just sacrilegious, disrespectful, truly. Like I said, pump your brakes on loading up all these cards and buying them, because you are still going to have to pull, an opal in packs where there's 35 of them, because all they're going to do is just add these cards to the All-Star 2023 packs. They're not going to put any additional effort into it, so they're just going to muddy the waters of these odds already, and make you try to pull another 98 overall Damian Lillard. Maybe they make him a dark matter, but it's probably going to be another 98, so rough stuff regardless. Rough stuff all around. I mean, they could make it something else. Like, we could see, like, a different lock-in, maybe like a former All-Star or something of that nature, but I would say it's more likely that the All-Star MVP from this year is going to be that lock-in. Pay attention to who might win the MVP race, though, because it's going to get real spicy, for sure. They might also do a locker code for one of the takeover players, because we have 2 takeover players that we have to get before Thursday. My money is on Wednesday for a locker code player, but we'll see. Tuesday, we're getting another one of these guys, obviously. I mean, Gerald Green and Rick Smits are the 2 that I'm guessing that we're going to get. They're going to be the final 2 cards. It's just a matter of how we get them and when. I'm going to go with Rick Smith's Takeover Tuesday, a Gerald Green locker code. We're probably going to get them Tuesday, Wednesday, back to back. So, now that being said, are we going to get Tuesday Super Packs? Yes. Yes. Season 4 Super Packs definitely coming on Tuesday. Come on, 2K loves that. They love that Super Pack revenue. There's no way they leave that out on the floor prior to Season 5. No way. We're definitely getting Season 4 Super Packs. I'm interested to see what the odds are. I would assume they're going to be like 10% Opals, 25% PDs, and then like sub 2% Dark Matters because they hate us. So don't even expect it a flat 2%. It's going to be sub 2% for sure. Wednesday, we're going to get a courtside report. Though it's hard to tell, because typically what 2K does is they'll start talking about how, during the 250K game day, they'll talk about how on Wednesday you should, hear new stuff about season 5 in this case. But they just didn't even boot up stream for the last 250K qualifiers. So, I honestly have no idea what they're going to do. I don't know. We might not even get a courtside report. We'll see, though. Now, when it comes to season 5, do I have any specific predictions? Yes. We're still not going to get Tuesday packs. Tuesday packs are not a thing we're going to see this year, but they are going to do what they did last week, and the base set cards are going to drop as Tuesday sets. That is for sure going to happen. I think they liked what they saw there. Unfortunately, it's not a good thing, but I think they liked what they saw there. Plus, people stop yelling at them for dropping outdated super packs on Tuesday, so that's probably a benefit. Like I said, bare minimum. Just bare minimum. This is ever so slightly better. Still trash. Would prefer to have buzzer beater packs with just 4 random people in them, to be honest, but this is more than likely what they're gonna do. In addition to that, I think the takeover style grinds, I think, are here to stay. I don't know if they're gonna do them every 2 weeks like they did, this season, or just do one like they did last season. It's hard to really tell. We'll see, I suppose. I like them, so if they keep doing them, that's cool. The cards aren't necessarily going to get better and better. I mean, if anything, we've seen them get worse and worse. E is really good still. Ray Allen's solid. We don't know what's up with Russell Westbrook, but we have Ben Simmons and Magic running around right now, so it's what are you going to do? The other thing is the game mode specific rewards are going to be recycled cards again. That's for sure going to happen. So, prediction time. They're going to do Season 3 cards. I guarantee it. Because they just did Season 2 cards. They're going to do Season 3. Triple Threat Offline. Who's going to be Triple Threat Offline? Shaq. Shaq's going to be Triple Threat Offline. That's my prediction. Michael Jordan for Clutch Time Offline. Because that actually draws a lot of people to play it. I mean, you may not like it, but it works for their purposes, right? Unlimited. Ooh, Unlimited's tough. I'm going to say Nedalicki for 6K Unlimited. Nedalicki is going to be the Unlimited guy. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Clutch Time Online. Dissinger. I'm going to say Dissinger for Clutch Time Online. I think that actually sounds super duper right. And then they might do an exchange for a couple PDs or something. We might have an exchange for D-Rob or something, if they even want to go that route, which it's possible they don't. So I can also see T-Mac in there as well, but that's my thought as to what's going on. I do think they do another flash forward style lock-in. You might be able to spend 1,000 tokens and get Tatum. You know what I mean? Get JR, Tatum, or Zion or something. We'll see if they actually do that. Who knows? It's disappointing. Thursday, we're not going to get anything except Russ. Russ is coming out, so that's probably when the final puzzle piece will drop. We'll be able to get Russ. We'll see what's up with Russ. I don't know. I mean, he'll probably be really good, but he's a small point guard in a land of Ben Simmons stiff arm dunks, so what more can you really ask for at this point? I'm rocking Spencer Dinwiddie right now, so I'm living in point guard poverty at the current moment, but I'll still use Russ just because I grinded for him. I mean, that is if I get the unlimited wins necessary to get Apex Predator Carl Malone on the squad. I don't know, dude. Sounds like a lot of work. Or if I even get Obi Toppings, I haven't even started it yet. So we'll see. We'll see. We will see, I guess. But Thursday, we're just going to get teases for the first packs of Season 5. Now, let's talk about the first packs of Season 5. Every beginning of the season, we've had kind of a dud for packs. Like, people talk about Limitless like it was really good. That's because we got Pink Diamond Steph on day 1. Of course, it's good. But the rest of the set, not very good. Shout out Pau Gasol. That's the homie, though. Pau Gasol was great. Season 2, we got Ferocious. This set sucked, if I'm being honest. Like, James Harden was a good offensive point guard, sure. Draymond was like a do-it-all glue guy, but no one was excited for this set. At all. At all. Except Josh, because we got Star J Barrett, I guess. But that's about it. Season 3, yeah, the Fire set had Giannis. But outside of that, I mean, budget dudes liked Rudy. Budget dudes like, I mean, I can't even say budget dudes, to be honest. This Giannis was like 100K when he came out. So, like, this set was really helping no one out except the top players in the game who could get Giannis. And even some of them didn't really like Giannis, you know what I mean? Alonzo was solid, but was he touching Penny or Magic, who already existed? No. Anybody who could afford Lonzo probably had those two guys already, and those guys are the 2 best point guards in the game at the time. So, all of this to say, I expect another kind of mid set. And then Flight School. Flight School was the epitome of mid. Like, no one cared about Flight School. I did not care about Flight School at all. Like, this set is so boring, and I love Iguodala. But I didn't care about Jason Richardson. I didn't care about JR. Didn't care about Tatum. Didn't care about Zion. So I would expect it to continue to a certain extent. Now you may be asking, who would they drop then at that point? So here's my guess. They're going to be... I don't know if they're going to continue to do Dark Matter. So if you look at last year they kind of didn't go straight to Dark Matters, right? Like, they had the little All-Star set, and then they jumped straight to Dark Matters, right? Because it was like All-Star, like Kobe, T-Mac, and Russ, and then they had like all opals for the All-Star game, and then they went straight Dark Matters every single set. That's when we got Shaq, Kawhi, Luka, like, got kind of crazy out there for a little while. So Dark Matters, probably. I'm gonna go with they started out Season 5 with Kawhi and Shaq last year, right? So I'm gonna say that T-Mac is one of them. If it's not T-Mac, it'll be Kobe. Just because, yes, the beginning of the season has always been trash, but this is prime Dark Matter time, so it's time to start dropping some heat. So I'm going to say T-Mac, and then I'm going to say Kareem. I'm going to say T-Mac and Kareem, or, hypothetical, they're going to go straight back to Transcendent, and they're going to drop Kobe Bryant and Kristaps Porzingis. That's my theory. We could also see, I've been predicting fan favorites for a while. It's possible we get our first fan favorites drop, and in that case, there's no question. You already know who's coming out. Like, you already know. It's going to be Bol Bol. We haven't seen a Bol Bol since Season 1. I don't think they can physically help themselves from dropping a Bol Bol again. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Let me know what you think we're going to see this Friday in my team. Let me know what your hopes and dreams are for Season 5, if you have any. And as always, it's been your boy Chief Blues. Yo, subscribe, dog. You want to help me up in packs because my pack luck is so bad? You know, hit the donation links. I'm also going to be dropping some merch soon. I know I've been saying that for a while, but I'm finally going to do it. It's going to be pre-order because I don't have money to cover it, so just deal with that. Thinking about dropping this shirt. I have a great idea. Greg Ostertag fighting a bunch of Triscuits. Right? I also have some other stuff. I'll put some stuff up one of these days. Peace.